Hello guys, NautoAce here, and this is gonna be the MmGS Lost Vlog episode number 5. In this particular Lost Vlog, I gave my thoughts on the Persona 5 controversy streaming, which basically is that the developer of Persona 5 basically made a rule, and again, they relayed it to Atlus, that you can't stream the game in a certain section or path section, or risking to get your either Twitch channel get suspended or closed. Same goes with YouTube. I give my thoughts about that, and if you don't understand why it's a big deal to some extent, because for some people, when they stream stuff either Twitch or YouTube, it is sort of their livelihood, and basically telling them, hey, you can't stream this or we'll do something about it, i.e. suspend your channel or whatever, then that's basically hurting their livelihood. So I kind of gave my thoughts about it. The reason basically I never really put it up was there was actually new development that happened after a while. Yes, for a while you couldn't really stream, and I think a couple of weeks or even maybe a month, the developer basically said, hey look, okay, we get it, we apologize that we were really strict about it. And I think there was a big reason also. From what I heard, Alex basically said this from the Backlog Battle, of course, but then other people said had the same conclusion. Was some of, for strange reason, in Japan, a lot of the gamers there, they really have a very zero tolerance for spoilers. So I mean, spoilers can be good, can be bad, it's up to you, but apparently it depends on the game. But in Japan, apparently it's that spoiler in an RPG, JRPG, it's so bad that apparently some of these game fans, I should say that, were basically sending the developer death threats, hey, how could you spoil a game? Do something about it. So the developer basically said, fine, we'll do something about it. So like I said in the beginning, they were really strict with Persona 5 streaming. Then after a while, they opened up to said, now you could, we apologize. And I kind of give my thoughts about that. So that's the reason why I never really put it up when it was supposed to. I think it was April when the game finally came out, because there was I had a feeling there was new development that they were basically trying to keep it safe, because again, not a lot of people like spoiler, but in the long run they said, okay, we'll ease up. Now you can do we're sorry. So with that, I'm gonna play episode 5 of the MmGS Lost Vlog. Basically my thoughts on Persona 5 being blocked on streaming. Hello guys, NautoAisDx here, and I want to give my thoughts on a little bit of controversy with Persona 5 and Atlus. And to some extent it's really no surprise, and that is Persona 5 is finally out in worldwide, because it was been out in Japan I think since September to some extent. July or August was Tales of Mysteria. Persona was in September, and for a while even not Atlus, but sort of Atlus, but it was a relay message from the developer saying that if you stream the game, you can get in trouble with the developer, you can get a strike on your YouTube, or your Twitch account can be suspended, or yada yada yada. So no surprise that Atlus of USA did that same thing. They were told that any fans that you can't record any video of Persona 5. You could do it in the beginning, but when you reach a certain level, a certain place in Persona 5, they say 7-7. So if you don't know what that means, it's a date in the Persona game, because it's the way it goes is not just your basic RPG. There are things you have to do. You have to choose either you want to part of the character or do some social link, podcast, and there's a date. And when it's reached 7-7, then you can't anymore record it, you can't do stream it, you can't do YouTube video, whatever, or they're gonna put a strike in your account. Not just a content ID, a strike. So basically mean if you're doing it for money, yeah, you better think before doing it. So what I think about it, I say again, it's so stupid, but at the same time,
all I can say is, whether you like it or not, it is within the right of the developer, the owner of Persona 5, to make the decision. Yeah, it is sucky, but it's a Japanese company, so it's respect a lot of people, including Boogie2998. Gotta give props that he understands also the fair use aspect. Persona 5 is a Japanese game. It's developed by a Japanese company and it's owned by a Japanese developer owner. Atlus is a publisher. Atlus USA just published it in the US. So you gotta understand one thing. Oh, it's fair use. Well, I hate to say it, the Japanese don't see that. They never really saw that. They don't believe in fair use. That's an American thing. So if you sort of kind of did it with an American game, like let's say Call of Duty, Mortal Kombat, Grand Theft Auto to some extent, but it's story driven, and etc. Anything that's from the US, and they'll allow it to some extent gameplay wise, because even Grand Theft Auto to some extent basically said, hey, try not to do spoiler. But you probably say, well, I bought the game, I can do whatever I want, I own the game. Well, here we go again, I own the game. Sadly, maybe it's real tricky. Yes, you own that particular game, you own the cover, the packaging, the disc, you own that game, you can do whatever you want. But it's the same with a license, because you don't own the rights for Persona or any other. You don't own the Persona license. You don't own Persona 5. That's someone else. You own that particular game that you bought with your money. So there are things that you can't do and can't do. So yeah, that's sort of a tricky thing, but unfortunately it's also not valid. And you're saying, why do Japanese companies do this? It's a difference of beliefs, I hate to say it. Believe it or not, Sakurai also has the same mentality. When the reason why Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, to some extent, 3DS and the Wii U don't have story mode, he basically called back on Brawl when there was a Subspace Emissary, and when the Japanese got the game a month early, they were putting on YouTube, people were watching it, and he just felt like, oh, the experience, the surprise is not there anymore, it's thrown away. All that hard work I did to surprise my fan went down the toilet. This is BS. A lot of them, I say, they do have that mentality. They want you to experience it firsthand, not on YouTube. They don't get it. It's free advertisement. They don't get. Maybe someone who doesn't know Persona 5, maybe then they'll get into it. A lot of time, word of mouth doesn't always do it. Sometimes visual, i.e. showcase. I do games that's in the past, not something like in the present to some extent. And that's always their mentality. And it's not going to go away anytime soon. People have said that it's not going to go away. Sadly. So another problem with that is this is the first time that the owner of Persona had being difficult about it. Not so much just Persona 5. Other things that the developer did, or the owner of Persona 4 kind of did, was Persona 4 Arena for the PSN 360, and both of them are, I think, region free. They went further to make it region lock, and the reason they said was it was a business protection. They were protecting their business because it was going to come out in America first, then in Japan, and by making it region free, people might buy the import, and it's cheaper to buy it outside of Japan versus Japan, from what I hear. And the developer, the owner of Persona 5, said, I don't think so. We're not going to allow that. Region lock. Jerky move. Again, it's within the right. So the question is, my thoughts also is, do the company have the right to do this thing? And yeah, I hate to say it, but yeah, in the end of the day, they own the intellectual property. They own the copyright. You only own the license to able to play the game, and to some extent with permission to record gameplay. But to some extent, it's their intellectual property. It is copyright, and you can't do anything about it. It is not illegal. It may be unethical, but it's not illegal. Nintendo's been doing the same thing. Every time they try and anybody trying to post Nintendo material, doesn't matter whether music, picture, or video, content ID. I'm no different. Same with my showcase with Nintendo. They get content ID. It is what it is. I can't do anything about it. I cannot argue about it because, again, it's a Japanese company. It's owned by Japanese people. They don't follow fair use. So you can't really, to some extent, do it court. I know Angry Joe trying to fight that, but it's a losing battle. It's just something you can't do, no matter what. Nintendo of America, yeah, they're well aware that they like it, but Nintendo of Japan, they say, hey, you're showing our game, we should get a cut with that. It is what it is. It's gonna be yes. Yes, I don't agree with it. I think that's missed opportunity. They're basically giving their time and hours and sweat to make a good video to promote your game, but they want something back a bit, i.e. monetizing, and you're not doing it. So kind of sucks. But yeah, if you're doing it right, you really can't do anything about it. It sucks. I feel you, but it is what it is. So that's my thoughts about Persona 5 streaming problem. That you can't stream it. With that, thanks for listening.